As with all exercises, begin by drawing energy, in some fashion, down from Kether to the earth. This can be through the Kabbalistic cross, the middle pillar, or the psychic pump as previously described. Once a calm center is established, and a sacred space to contain the energy, either through the pentagram ritual, or imagining a vast and empty dome sphere around you, about 6 to 9 feet in diameter, you may proceed. Imagine the primordial man in front of you, vast and towering. Merge with the image, growing in size as you do. See the flaming yod as your head, and imagine that it, or a ray from it, projects itself downward through the airy world,
forming the first hay, and continues into the watery world, gaining density and weight, forming the VAU, and finally, into the world of solid matter, forming it, along with the final hay. There, the flame grows small, flickering brightly, but only as a small spark, compared to its vast and brilliant place of origin, and to the dark, cold, solid world of matter in which it now appears trapped. Identify with the solid earth. Feel your feet rooted to it. Imagine that they, your legs, knees, and hips, are all heavy, solid, and firm, immovable and dense. Feel and imagine the great strength and stability that this offers you and appreciate it, as it is the foundation of your being. Continue with this imagery, and sense a point of dense, brilliant, heat and light in the center of this dark, solid matter. See it grow brighter and stronger, as though it were the center of the earth itself. Continue with this heat and light, and let a strand of it move up from the center of the earth, through the layers of solid
world of matter in which it now appears trapped. Identify with the solid earth. Feel your feet rooted to it. Imagine that they, your legs, knees, and hips, are all heavy, solid, and firm, immovable and dense. Feel and imagine the great strength and stability that this offers you and appreciate it, as it is the foundation of your being. Continue with this imagery, and sense a point of dense, brilliant, heat and light in the center of this dark, solid matter. See it grow brighter and stronger, as though it were the center of the earth itself. Continue with this heat and light, and let a strand of it move up from the center of the earth, through the layers of solid matter and rock to your feet, forming a sphere of great heat and light.
After several days, pull the energy up to your knees. After several more days, pull it up to your hips. After about a month of practice, pull it up and focus it at the base of your spine. Extend the solid earth imagery to include your skeletal structure as well. Breath the fire up from the center of the earth, feel it focus around your spine, and move up to the top of your head. Imagine that your head is an empty sphere, waiting to receive the energy from below. Feel the energy course throughout your body, focusing on the bones. Breath it into them, cleansing them of any weakness or disease. See the marrow inside grow, and fill them with its bright red power. Extend it across the skull, jaw, and teeth. As before, when you are done with the meditation, absorb as much energy as you can, and send the rest to the center of the earth, closing off the contact.
After a month or two of this exercise, move on to the VAW. See the energy move through your feet, to the spine, and move up and through its narrow center column to the brain. Imagine that as it enters the spinal column, with each breath, the fluid contained therein course up and across your brain, nurturing the tissue, and descending back down. Imagine your senses becoming stronger and more acute. Visualize the vast fiery energy coming from the center of the earth as increasing your psychic sensitivity and psychic centers. This can be imagined simply as the nervous system becoming bright and healthy. Then, move on to the next, or first ha. Here sense the energy as having moved up your feet, into the spine, and when it reaches the upper body and back of the head, it also fills the lungs with greater power and expansion. Feel yourself lifted up and expanded, as though your vision was made clearer, and sense of purpose and destiny more definite. Imagine the lungs being charged with bright, warm healing
energy, vitalizing the breath and blood. After a few days, imagine the vital power moving from the middle of the shoulders, down the arms, and to the hands. During this period, experiment with projecting, circulating, and receiving energy through your hands. In general, the right hand should project positive, expansive, electrical energy. and the left should project magnetic, passive, and receptive energy. By holding the hands together, in the classic prayer position, in front of the chest with the back of your thumbs just touching the sternum, the heart center can be energized. In addition, the energy circulated creates a psychic belt or dome around the upper portions of the head and shoulders. Practice pulling energy down from the sun, moon, planets, and cosmic through the left hand and into the earth or a talisman with the right.
Use the classic sign of the Philosophus, or hands raised above the head with thumb and forefingers touching to form a triangle, to pull energy down into both palms and out through your feet. Try storing it in your solar plexus. You may want to use the sign of Practicus for this, and projecting it as previously described. 9. Then, move to the Yod. Here, after the energy has moved up to the brain, see the head grow bright and luminous. Feel it absorb the fire from below and rejoicing its return. Sense the center of your head growing powerful, warm, and bright. Focus on this single point of brightness, and then send it back down to the earth, while reaching out to the universe with it. Feel yourself lost in this fiery world of primordial power, wisdom, and love. Feel as though you are of vast stature, towering immensely throughout the solar system. Feel as though the planets themselves are your psychic centers, and the sun is your heart, the earth your footstool, and the original point of creation your crown.
When you are done, shrink yourself back, and shut down the meditation. This energy once experienced has tremendous healing potential. By freeing our negative and destructive thoughts into the center of the earth for purification and renewal, we open ourselves to a more energy and expanded consciousness through the removal of psychological blocks. Through drawing up the fiery healing energy of the earth, and packing it slowly, smoothly, and methodically deep into our cells, form the bones and its marrow upward and outward, we can increase our psychic sensitivity to telluric currents, weather patterns, and magnetic conditions. In addition, we add strength, energy, and vitality to our physical bodies.